So, I'm from Western Australia, and I'm stuck here in Tassie because I'm unvaccinated or unjabbed. I'm happy. Tasmania is beautiful, right? What I wanted to say here is like the real focus on this is like, what can we do? As we know, like, the tip of the iceberg, like there's lots of stuff that's, we know, but the further you dig and dig and dig into what is happening, the darker and scarier that we find the information to be. That's what I'm seeing. The media is hiding a lot of it, but the truth is actually the truth. If the vaccine is bad, or if this injection is bad, time will be the judge, and the people who are taking the multiple boosters are going to be sick. There is no denying that. It will come out eventually. But something happened to me yesterday that was very poignant, and I wanted to, as soon as I was sitting down here, I thought, I want to bring it up. So I come from a family, my dad's in West Australia and my mum's in Queensland, and they have polar opposites on this. My mum believes what we believe, that there is risk to the vaccine and that there is choice is needed. My father, on the other hand, it has been swept up in the, I see it as a kind of groupthink psychological thing that's happened, that people they would rather go along than question or else be named anti-vaxxer, like that kind of thing. And so anything that's coming across the media is believed without them actually having to fact check. I don't know if you've seen that, but that's what I'm seeing. It's being swept up. People are being swept up in it. So yesterday I had a conversation with my dad. No, my dad posted something to Facebook saying, Peter McGowan, McGowan, well done, thanks for saving us all, high five, keep the borders locked up, kick out the anti-vaxxers. And I really got agitated, and this is the point of what I'm trying to say here. What we can do is stay calm and not get identified with our ego in the debate, and just point out what is actually wrong. I pointed out to him that why keep anti-vaxxers from, the mandate of being vaccinated, why keep an unvaxxed person out of the state if they're not carrying COVID? There are ways to test COVID. That was my point. I'm his son and I'm in Tasmania and I'm stuck here and I can't go home to see them for Christmas. So but he doesn't want to, he's like, no, just trust the government, and I hear a lot of people saying that. So what I'm trying to say is, whenever you discuss this stuff, don't jump to the stuff that you've dug into and all of the things that is really low, really dark and scary. Try and point to the stuff that actually doesn't make sense. I told him a story of if him and I were both going to a party and we were in WA, and we wanted to cross over into Northern Territory, for example, and we stayed in the house and we both contracted COVID. And we got back to the border of WA and we were both standing there and we said, we'd like to come back in, but my dad is vaccinated and I'm unvaccinated, but we're both carrying COVID. Would it be fair that you could get in and I couldn't get in? And he said, well, no, because we're carrying COVID, so we both have to quarantine. I said, okay. So what happens if we both the same situation happened, we both left the state, and when we came back to get into the state, we both were tested and we both weren't carrying COVID? Would it be fair that you got to go back to home and I didn't get to go back to home? And the undeniable truth is that if I'm not carrying COVID, how can I be a threat to anyone? This is not about. This is about, I think, about a bit of coercion and a bit of social pressure to try and get people vaccinated for whatever reason. We all have our ideas about why this is going on, but we really, truly don't know. Time will tell. But at the end of the day, let's base it on truth, let's base it on facts, and let's keep it simple. Ask the questions, take a deep breath and don't get excited and angry about it. Calm down, because I find myself getting agitated. Calm yourself and point directly at where it doesn't make sense. Because that's the only way we're going to get through this, by bringing the people who may have been swept up into thinking about these questions for themselves.